I just thought I'd come out, kind of explain, a little bit, kind of put a visual out here. Like I said, I was talking to my wife, and we got to, man, my hand feels like it wants to hurt a little bit. I wrote a little bit much today, texting wise. But I wasn't to be a smart ass or nothing, but, it, we're just trying to say, look, if that's what you like to do, that's what you like to do. I mean, you make choices, the right choice and the wrong choice, what the right choice will bring you, what the wrong choice will bring you. All choices in life are, somewhat, questionable in a way. I mean, you make a choice because either somebody does it before you do it, you see it a certain way, and you think, well, because they do it or something, maybe that's something you want to dabble yourself into. But then you say, well, they get mad at me, Derek. They get mad at me. Well, some people might say, well, they're just looking out for you. But if they don't never let you step on the gas pedal and learn, then their advice is no good. That's what I kind of contribute to who I called the crack whore. If you never take responsibility for your own actions, then somebody who gives good advice from his own heart, even if you've not been in there, I can't help you if you don't realize it yourself. You got to own up to whatever you done to yourself. Nobody just made you people out there go and take a cigarette, go take drink a beer. If somebody dared you to do drugs, nobody makes you. Yes, you can in short term be happy. You can get a high off of drinking a beer, I suppose. I know I'm not doing it. It's just hearsay. So I'm not trying to be a smartass, but it's just hearsay stuff off TV and TV shows I watch. So yes, you can get what I hear. You can get a high off of some of this stuff. It makes me feel like I'm on top of the world, Eric. Okay, so maybe that's why my wife tried to drink with these people. Maybe that's why some of you people out here. But you know what? If you did it and you said, "Hey, this ain't getting me nowhere. This is just, it makes me sick." Over time you get sick, I hear. And you really, so you really don't do your body any good. So maybe that's what kicks in. Just like when doctor tells you, "Oh, I've got lung cancer from smoking." Well, hell, why quit then? Why quit then? I don't endorse, quitting after you've done it for all them years just to go get somebody to tell you, "Oh, yeah, I got cancer, Derek." You know, well, I just tell you keep doing it. Why would you stop then? Because you've already had the worst thing's going to happen to you. It's already damage is already done. So if you've done that much, you might as well just keep going. I mean, if you're one of them like my wife, for example, and you said, "Hey, she used to drink with some of these people," and I can't use me because I never did it. But I'm just saying, anybody that's tried something, even if it's just to join in and make a couple people happy, and you say, "Well, Derek, it was that easy to get 5 or 10 people to like me." They like you not for you as a person, but because you're doing the thing they know that that's the only thing that makes them happy. So when they see somebody else doing it, it can also lead you down the road of getting touched or having something food with. Maybe take advantage of you. Those type of situations. amongst other things could happen. So at the end of the day, uh, I hope that, me and my wife's stuff, I told her, I said, yeah, you can't help everybody, but maybe some people, even if it's not a lady to take our unicorn offer, so what? But if at the end of the day you said, hey, there's a couple people, and some of them say, hey man, I've never seen it like this before. I've never seen a person come out and write this, or yeah, I didn't put periods. I didn't. Sometimes I might have misspelled a word or something, but you know what I mean. But like I say, if you uh, are touched by it, and it helps you, that's good. That's what we hope to do. Is help a few people, even if we don't get to meet you, even if we ain't gonna get anything out of it. But if we can say, hey, we helped a person see the light. You can't change everybody, but that's what would mean more. Because at the end of the day, it's tough. Like I was saying on there earlier when I was texting, I said, it's easier to find an animal to pet. I mean, my wife goes out when she can. She pets cows or something. It's easier to like them because they don't have nothing better to do. You know, they don't have everyday life to tend to stuff that we people have to do. But no, our whole point was, never to force anybody to take uh, another's package and throw something on a person's package. Don't don't put yourself in something that you might not like if you're not ready for it. I was putting out there, how I always sit by myself. I didn't get around just anybody. And when there was some that got around me, it's because what I was doing with my work. You know, people tried to bully me around once in a while, but the same person didn't come at me twice. After they got a dose of me, they left me alone. You know, if you just got that will to not let nobody tell you what to do or how to do it. I mean, now if somebody was giving me good advice, I'd want to listen to that. It's like I said, that person we dubbed the crack whore, she just, it wasn't any good. You couldn't tell her nothing. She knew what was right and wrong. Like I said, everybody does. But what can you do? When you got somebody, that says, "Oh, I want help," or "Oh, I want this," or "Yeah, I'm sure I want this." But if they're forcing their friends on you and they're forcing things, kids and stuff, it ain't so fun. It's like misery. It's jail. Just basically jail because you can do all the things the family wants you to do, all they want. You can try to please them and put your stuff aside and everything else. At the end of the day, when you get older and you get like I did in my 20s, a lot of times they change. A lot of times their feelings change for you, and the only reason they really care for anybody at all is because they're forced to. If they don't care for you, they know you'll wind up somewhere else and you can get even worse. But they have to clothe you, they have to feed you, they have to, you know, if if somebody has a child, they have to care for it, or it'll go in state custody or something. That's something you hope you don't have to go down. But you know, uh, You could lose. And at any time, you could lose in school friends just like that. You could lose co-workers just like that. Every everything that people tells you when you're a kid to go out there and get as many friends as you want. Do this, do that. Where's all of it? Huh? Good portion of them, you know what I'm talking about. You only get them for as long as they want to last. They ain't looking to last forever. Most of them is just right there in the moment. But the minute you have to go do something else, you move off, you want to change paths, you want to do something else. Like I was telling people on there, when I was texting all that, my wife was texting some things. You know, it's it's a lot easier, you know, putting all that out there, and it's on our minds. It's we mean, like I say, we mean well, but it's everybody's not going to go and do what's right. You know, even though they know it's the right thing to do, they just don't. People aren't wired up that way. So no matter how bad a person wants something, sometimes you just got to go out there and get it. Yourself. You can't depend on God. You can't depend on other things, spiritual things, or family to do it for you. Hey, if you're like me, you tried 3 different jobs and they treat you like shit. You come to an agreement and say, hey, well, at least I'm on SSI and stuff. I really don't have to have a job because they just cut my check down anyway. And it's a hassle having to report things, all that stuff. But yeah, it's up to you. You people make your own path. You make your own decisions. It takes a man and woman to have you to start with. Now, if you grow up disliking women, if you just like men or whatever your choices are, that's what you're gonna be. But don't expect other people to, you know, to care for you and do something nice for you. So if you make it splitsville or favor one over the other, like I said in those Texas, we gotten offers many times. I walked down the roads for the last 2 years, or about 3 or 4 years ago. For the first couple about a year and a half, me and her both walked in there. I didn't see this damn woman that came out the other day. I said, "Where the hell she at?" And we don't know. We don't know. But like I said, wasn't our first rodeo. But they just want 5 minutes of some kind of attention thing, and they're done. Wow, they've seen us out. They've seen somebody outside. But like I said, they all got their own little game, and they just, you have to figure out, is that something that I'm willing to do? If you like that and you manage with that, okay, all right. Some people like doing guy things. I don't. My wife certainly, and she's married to me. She said she didn't want anything else to do with any other guys. So you practically mark the guy thing out. So if you're us, but yeah, there's we tried the couples thing, we tried couples with kid thing, we tried to help somebody last year, as we've said. Thought she was single. She kind of was, kind of was. They had the whole X thing going on, and like I said, there was kids involved and stuff. It's hard. I mean, if you, like I said, if it didn't have our name on it, we didn't sign up for it and didn't agree to it, we shouldn't have to be responsible for how we. I treat the kids the way that I was raised, and if I was in the house running around, that's the way. I would tell them, say, hey, you need to calm down. It's too much yelling, too much screaming. Usually, all I have to do is just say it one time, and then usually that's all I have to do. Well, I don't like this. I don't like that. Well, we don't do it. You know, simple. Your mama and them don't like the way I do things, and my wife does things. So what? They know it's right. A lot of times you are, you know, made to think it's what you do. You do that stuff outside. But yeah, me and my wife can't help but come out here and tell the truth about how you misuse social media. You don't really have no reason to make one, and you just most of you just you get upset over the news and what's on it, and what the president's doing. That that kind of stuff matters to y'all more than anything. And why? Because you can't do nothing about it. It's just it's a waste. But so I don't worry about things I can't really fix. You know. But yeah, it's just whatever y'all want to do with yourself. But you know, let's hoping for a nice lady that simple and didn't have much going on, and we could fit some of this stuff in, be able to feel like we can be ourselves, and not have to sit here all clammed up and basically be a mute. I mean, I hated that. That's miserable. Well, when you're trying to help somebody out and they make you feel bad, that's not a good thing. You know, and it's just I don't know. I hope like I said, hopefully we help some people, but uh, again we just been through a lot, but we don't put our troubles on people. We don't expect them to go jump through hurdles and do something crazy. But if you're reasonable and you can sit down here and talk about something or compromise on something if you had to, that's the kind of person we'd hope for. And somebody that has our stuff in common, or but yeah, I mean, I've seen people, my mom and a bunch of people. They'll put on a fake smile. They'll wave. They'll fake you out. See, if you watch this video, just remember, if you care to pick up on things, you can actually read people. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's judging them, but I would say that it's just one of the ways that you can protect yourself. If you see a red flag, act on it. If you're too dumb to act on it, just know it's going to continue to get worse. Matter of fact, I don't even like to think it's judging people. I mean, people judge if you want to go, well, everybody's picky on something. What car you got? What music you listen to? It could be anything. At the end of the day, or what color you are, or whose ass you crawled out of. What does it matter? I mean, some of that stuff might matter, that you'd want some things in common. Like I said, my music and my wife's music, she matched me by almost, I had hardly any trouble. I think the only thing me and her just doesn't necessarily agree on, that she likes more than I do is the LMN channel. But hell far, if it's not too violent and it's not, they ain't pulling each other's eyeballs out and everything else, do something stupid. And she'll sit there and watch it if it's reasonable. And it don't frighten her. But I know. But y'all make it so easy to do. I mean, y'all make our job easy to not like you, to not want anything to do with you. And if you have a circle or something, like I said, you just can't throw all that on at one time or tell everybody everything. I'd rather me and my wife get to know you first before everybody else piles on it, because that might have some negative effect on things. It just depends on the situation, how everything came out and what was what. Because my wife's starting to figure out this stuff's not easy, and it's not easy to just bring people in or meet them out on the street. Even they won't come up to the door. They won't do anything. They'll go as far as their mailbox, and that's about it. But they just, it ain't got anything to do with cussing them. They make up their mind. I mean, this is what, people make excuses for it being Derek, it's the new age of technology. It's this or that. You can go on these apps and order all this shit off the thing, and you can have somebody supposedly bring it to the door, and you go on the Grubhub and you look up all kind of restaurants. What do you want, Derek? You want this? You want that? What do you want, honey? You know what I mean? But we don't do that. But I mean, a lot of people, that's the technology on phones has made everybody lazier. So they've tried to tell her, well, Derek's got to get with the program. No, I don't have to get with the program. Y'all gonna have to get with the old program and realize that the old program still works. But y'all have got to go with the flow. Some things new and in the technology sense are good, but it's how you use it. It's how it determines whether or not it's any count or any good. A lot of these ideas that people came up with are good ideas. Helps get you out there a little better, but ultimately it's up to you guys, not up to us. I just go by what I see and what I hear. My wife's she's starting really toughen up like I am. I was just raised kind of this way from pretty much as soon as I got to where I could talk. I just like I said, nobody picked on me much, and when there was one, they got what they got. But because you have a few, but it depends on how you do it. Like I said, if you're one of them that ain't got parents to tell you, hey, don't come home crying to me. If you come home crying to mama and they figure that out and you're sitting over in the corner bawling your eyes out, we'll guarantee you what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen is the opposite to happen to me. What's going to happen to you if you're out there, you're going to get picked on even more. You're going to make them worse. I don't care whether you're a girl, a guy, or what, girl or boy. Doesn't matter. When you show them, hey, I'm not going to take it. Well, Derek, what if some of that happens like on TV? What if there's a shooting somewhere, a school shooting? I say, well, let them come in there, and they're going to have to do that. Shut me up. They're going to have to do that because I'm telling you something. If that's what it took to get rid of me, then the Indians ain't really that good of people. And the only thing that's going to happen to you if you do something like that, you're really going to be in trouble. So if a kid has to get killed over being who they are and not letting you bully them around, push them around, and get your way with them, if that's what it takes to, I mean, you're just, you must not have no plans for the future because almost anybody would want freedom. People with sense that's done something wrong, that might have done something, and they know better, but they did it anyway. But they come out there saying, "Man, I wish I never did that. I wish I hadn't never went down that path. 'Cause this stuff ain't no good. I don't like being here. I'd rather be anywhere but here, at my own home, and if it was just to entertain me and my wife, like here I am. I mean, if we don't get anything, it ain't gonna be because we ain't try. But you people make it so easy, though. Really, you do. And like I said, it ain't got anything to do with me judging you. I don't have no say in what happens to y'all spirits. But when you're here and you're a real person, I and my wife, just like everybody else, has to be a judge of uh, their own people or whoever they want in their life. They have to fit. They have to be a perfect fit to a degree. Not all things, but the big things that matter have to be there. You can't you can't bring any old person in and just give them everything all at once and let them in here because they will. We saw it once, and we're not going to see it again because fool me once, but you ain't going to fool me 2 or 3 times. So, like I said, I might be nice enough. You might get me once, but you ain't going to get me 2 or 3 times. And so if you want to call that judging, well, that's what you call it. But you have to. Everybody does. Everybody ain't gonna get the same people. Everybody ain't gonna meet everybody in the world. Ain't gonna know of every good person in the world, every bad person in the world. We only get a few chances at meeting a few people. So it's up to y'all whether y'all are part of our circle or not. As of right now, nobody's part of it. So, we are. Everybody's picky. So ain't just me and my wife. It's old Dorothy. Say, hey, Daddy. I just happened to see Dorothy over there. Say, what's Mama going to put on me today? Oh, my. I bet you're going to look pretty. But, just come out and make a somewhat of a video. So maybe some people can understand, certain bit of you or knock a few people. Even like I said, even if we don't ever hear from them, maybe somebody will say, hey, man, you know, I usually use YouTube because it's much easier. I don't have to worry about it going in and out usually. So, oh, got a hiccup. But anyway, I'm going to share this out. This probably be it for today unless something happens. But anyway, I just thought, well, we was commenting on there, so if any of our people on there see it or want to watch it, they can. All right.